Hi, my name's Henry Simmons and this is my weekly reflection video part 3. Okay, so the first question is, how has the piece been shaped up during the past 2 weeks? What have been the key exploration points? Okay, so we still don't have a script, nor have we been cast yet. And even though we kind of have a rough outline of what happens to the play, I will admit that a lot of people, and myself included, have kind of been a bit overwhelmed and confused by the amount of characters that there are in the play. And so over the last couple of weeks, we've mainly just been focusing on kind of figuring out who these characters are. So each session, kind of each group gets tasked with they get given a different character, and then we have to spend all lesson kind of working out who this character is, what their inner intentions are, what their inner motives are, and kind of working out how they relate to other characters in the play. And then so as a year group, we've kind of just been piecing together this puzzle, which is the play. Okay, so the next question is, what decisions did you make and why? Okay, so Saffron and I spent the week developing the character of Duke of Zamorna. Now, Duke of Zamorna is a fictional character created by the Bronte siblings in this world of Glasstown, and he actually ends up becoming the king of Glasstown. But so, yeah, the Bronte siblings, they wrote all this material about the characters, so we know exactly what happens in his life. However, it was kind of down to Saffron and I to discover why he did everything and what really drives the character. And we've kind of discovered through the week that he's quite an entitled character and quite selfish, and he truly believes that everything he wants in life, he deserves. Okay, so the next question is, what challenges you face and how you overcame them? Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still massively confused by the play. There's just so many characters, and there's technically 2 storylines going on at the same time, and there's just so much material that I'm still trying to work it all out in my head. I'm in lessons to kind of overcome this. I've been taking notes and trying to make a mental kind of family tree of who all the characters are and how they all relate to each other. And I'm slowly coming to grasp of it all. But yeah, I think once I've had the script, especially, it's going to make so much more sense. Okay, so the next question is, did you contribute fully to the session? Yeah, I like to think I did. I actually quite enjoyed the when we had the online snow day. I set up my desk and got all my notes out, and I would like to make it clear that I did have my camera turned off most of the time. That wasn't because I wasn't doing the work, it's because my phone had to be on charge on the other side of the room to where my desk is. And then on our physical lesson on Friday, I'd like to think I gave my all to it. And yeah, I really want to do well on this course, and so I'm just trying my hardest. Okay, so what could you have done better and how? Well, last reflection video, I talked about how I need to start taking more notes. And so this week, I did actually start taking more notes. However, now doing the reflection video, I'm looking back through my notes, I've realised that I need to be way more detailed, because I've just written down like bullet points, and even though I wrote it, I'm still confused about what I was talking about, and I need to kind of explain more. I've kind of written down like, this is a game we did, but I can't remember what that game was now, so I need to actually kind of explain more. And perhaps I should talk to Kira or someone, as she's incredible at note-taking, see if she has any tips or tricks. Okay, so what really didn't work and why? Well, I think a problem that I'm having, and I suppose a lot of people in my class are having as well, is that when we're developing scenes, we keep forgetting that we're not actually going to be performing to an audience that's directly in front of us, and we're actually performing in front of the rounds. And I think this is something that I need to work on, because each time we kind of make a scene, I've been staged it as if we're just performing to an audience in front of us. And so I made this really beautiful scene with Shannon that I really liked, but we had some intimate moments where we got really close to each other, and I'm just realizing now that it worked if we were performing to a normal stage, but in the rounds, like, so many people behind us and stuff would just miss this intimate moment that we're having. So that's something that we need to work on, work out how we can kind of show the entire audience. Did you work well as a group? I have to say, I really am quite impressed by my year group this year. I feel like everybody's a lot more committed and professional to working on this play than we were last year. I feel like, I'm not going to pretend there aren't any disruptions in lessons, but I feel like there definitely are a lot less distractions, and people seem to be taking this just a lot more seriously. And I love how kind of comfortable everyone is with each other now. We all know each other so well. We spent so much time together that when it comes to like creating a scene and performing in front of the class, nobody's anxious anymore about looking weird or silly, and everyone's just kind of a bit more confident to kind of experiment and try new things because they know there's got to be no judgment from any of their other classmates. What do you feel really worked? Well, I got to make a scene with Shannon, and Shannon and I are really close friends, but we've never actually got the opportunity to really act together. And we got to make this like really emotionally charged scene between my character Duke Simona and her character, where they fall in love. And as I've touched on before, my character is rather cold-hearted and selfish, and I suppose he's kind of the villain of the story. However, in this scene, I kind of got to play with my character's more vulnerable side and his soft side, and I really enjoyed doing that. It kind of made him more human, and I'm like really interested to explore that further in future lessons. How did you ensure you were fully engaged in the session? Well, during the snow day when we were online, I made sure to because I was working on my desk with all my notes and stuff, but on my desk I've got my Xbox and all, I'm in my room, and so I've got everything that could potentially distract me, but I made sure just to turn everything off and just to focus fully on the lesson. And when we came into the actual lesson on Friday, I just did what I normally do, and I just pay attention to the teacher, don't get distracted by my friends, and always try and shut my friends up from talking. And yeah. Okay, so what plans have I made for the next session? Well, as I said, I'd like to take more detailed notes, and I would also like to just get a better understanding of what's happening in the play. And also, well, I don't know what Steph has in store for us, but I'm sure we'll be doing some more of the character development. I would love to expand on the character Duke Simona. I'd also quite love to work some more on Bramwell and any other characters that Steph would like me to work on. Will you change your approach to session work? Not really. I like to think I'm working really well at college, and I'm trying my hardest. However, if Steph or any of my other teachers think that I'm not working at my full potential, not working as hard as I could, then I hope they just come to me and talk to me about that.